everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I am using a different type of liquid than just water in the soap today. Oh, hello gravy. It's so rare that I use anything but water, so like goat's milk, coconut milk, things of that nature. Oh, you've got to make your appearance too. Say hello to friends. Hi friends. Hello friends. That's so sweet of you to wave to them. I'm gonna go see the kitty now. Let's try not to be distracted by them. It's been a while since y'all saw Gravy too. Here he is. He's a big kitty now. Yeah, he's a big kitty now. As I was saying, I don't often do things like coffee or soy milk or goat's milk or anything like that. Thought I'd change it up today. Use some actual coffee made from fair trade organic coffee grounds. If you aren't following me on Instagram, I have two, one for Royalty Soaps and one for family and personal life. And without further ado, let's make some soap. The first thing we're going to do for the soap is add the lye water solution and also fresh brewed coffee into our soap making oils. First, I'm gonna mix up the soap making oils just a little bit. Then I'm gonna dump the lye in and I'm gonna dump the coffee in as well. So for this soap, because we have a liquid that is not water, I mixed up my lye solution using a 50-50 percentage. So whatever amount of lye you needed, as an example, I'll say 5 ounces, you will mix it with 5 ounces of water. The rest of the liquid you will be adding in later today. Of course, I'm using coffee, but you could use goat milk, coconut milk, tea, I mean, basically any sort of liquid. The possibilities are endless on that one. Okay, I mixed up the oils really well, so now I'm gonna add the lye water solution, and I'm also going to add in the coffee. Oh boy, it smells so good. And I'm using organic fair trade coffee that I got from Amazon. I'll leave you guys a link below. So let's blend it all up. Oh, it smells so good. So now I'm gonna split this batch into 2 parts. And it is starting to heat a little, as you will find is very common when you're using liquids that are not just water. The first color I'm adding in is dark brown oxide from TKB. And the second color we're adding in is just regular brown oxide, also from TKB. I'm gonna leave that first one to sit by itself for a second while I blend in the darker colored one. And to the base coffee color, we're going to add fresh brewed coffee, world's best, from Nature's Garden. Smells exactly like coffee. And now that that has been blended in, time to pour into our molds. I'm gonna pour this right down the middle. Gonna scrapey out my big containy. Also, if you like to scrapey things around your household, I have merch that says scrapey on it. All right, first layer in, let's move on to the next one. The color is blended in, so it's time to add the second fragrance oil, Cafe Caramel. Smells like a caramel macchiato. It's really yummy. Fragrance oil is in, so let's add this to the molds. These haven't set up completely, which is awesome because I was hoping to do a bit of a hanger swirl in here. Just 1 layer, just 2 colors. It's a little simpler, but that's how I originally designed the soap, was to be simple. So I just cut off because my memory card was full, and even though I have 3 of them around, I couldn't get it fixed fast enough to show you guys the up and down of the hanger swirl. Sorry about it, but hey, it'll make the reveal even more interesting, right? So I'm gonna let this sit off to the side and I'm gonna mix up the soap frosting. Are you wondering where my piping bag is? I'm not using a piping bag today. We're gonna dollop it straight on top so it looks like freshly whipped cream that has been spooned on top of the coffee cup. This is what the soap frosting looks like once it's all set up in the bowl. You guys hardly ever get to see that. And yes, it does look really edible. I'm gonna just gonna start on the ends here. That's normally where I like to start for my soap piping as well. Just kind of sit it here and scoot it until it touches the edge. So kind of sit and then scoot, scoot, scoot. And I can mound it up a ton later on. It has been just so long since I've done this, and honestly, this is the most delectable way to do frosting. The tips always look really pretty, but this just looks edible. It looks really good on a hot cocoa soap too. And today in Texas, we had a cold snap. I know in some places it's already been snowing for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, but Texas pays no mind to seasons. And cold snaps get this girl to cleaning. I want to clean everything when that happens and then put all my fall decor out. And I'm currently decorating my house for the first time. When Caleb and I first got married, we bought little things here and there. But I knew that my apartment and that my rent house would not be my permanent dwelling, so I didn't want to invest a lot of time or funds into decorating rooms with a ton, and I mean a ton of wood paneling that was orange. So I'm currently tackling my living room, which has proven to be quite a chore because I didn't know how expensive my taste was. I thought I had sort of like boho college kid taste. Turns out I have West Elm taste. And crikey, I just didn't know how expensive things were until I started looking. I really wanted a mid-century modern couch, and dang, they're not easy to come by. Not for anything less than like 2 or 3 grand at least, and gah, sheesh. So I'm trying to do this on a budget. As an example, I found this really cool mirror. I thought, wow, it's so antique looking, but it was being mass produced, and since it isn't a real antique, I thought, hey, cool, maybe it won't be that bad. $900 Anthropology. Now I don't know about you guys, but I don't have 900 bucks sitting around for a mirror. So I moseyed my way down to a local resale shop and kind of dug through their mirrors, and I found one that, yes, it's a little less gilded, a little less ornate, but it's still gold and it will still look nice above my mantelpiece, and it was $80. And nobody has to know that except you guys and me. There will be a few items I splurge on, but I'm trying to still be thrifty as we go along. If you're interested in home decor and furnishing and things of that nature, you can head on over to my personal Instagram, and everything I find and save and deals and stuff, I'll just list under the home highlights in my bio. So now I have a teaspoon measure, and I'm just going to gently sort of texture the top here, make it a little less perfect, a little more swirly. Not to say it was like perfect to begin with, but you guys know what I mean. Especially these edges here. Now remember, I'm trying to mimic a soap I've already done. And that soap had a little bit of what looked like a cocoa sort of drizzling on top. Today I am using Mocha Brown Mica. This is from Nurture Soap. Gives the perfect cocoa appearance. Then I'm going to put some little drips of gold, and this is rather thick gold, so I'm just gonna drop it in seemingly random but actually pretty placed areas on the bar. And finally, for the top, we're going to add some organic fair trade coffee beans. These are the same types of coffee beans that I use to make the inside of the soap. You could either get them in whole bean form or ground, so I got a bag of each. And I'm being very careful with my placement. I had most of them on top. I can see why this was a soap I really wanted to photograph and have on my business cards and stuff. Let me know in the comments below if you ever received one of those or were around whenever I was using that picture as like for advertising and stuff. All the little coffee beans are in, so now it is time to spritz with rubbing alcohol. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy to me how similar this looks to the original one that I made. And that's it, we're done. Aw, yeah, so this is what the soap looks like up close. You can see the few little splashings of the gold with all the little coffee beans and the little mocha powder on top. So we're gonna let these sit for 18 to 24 hours, and then we will come back and cut them all up after this quick commercial break. We are back the next day to cut the coffee house soap. When I took the photographs for this, I was just, oh man, it was memory lane. Just gonna press down here. We had a few casualties of war when it comes to the coffee beans, but nothing to worry about. I'm gonna take one out of the middle here. And this is what it looks like on the inside. The coffee smell is strong with this one, and as you can see, it's gonna discolor to a lot darker as it sits. And then on top, you have the little sprinkling of cinnamon, you have some gold mica drizzle, and then of course you have the coffee beans as well. This would be perfectly paired if you are a coffee lover with the S'mores Frappuccino soap that's also available this month. And I love that super thin hanger swirl, it's so cute. Caleb has the question of the day for us. Welcome, Caleb, to the Royalty Soaps channel once more.
Thank you, thank you. My question of the day is, would you rather eat with your hands for the rest of your life? Or would you rather eat your hands and then get prosthetics that can hold utensils?
That is so nasty! Can you cook them?
Sure. You can do whatever you want with your stubs.
No, nope, nope. I cannot believe I considered it enough to ask you if I could cook my hands before I ate them.
Sure, fry a finger.
Oh, no.
Crunch, crunch.
Nope, I'm afraid I would just eat with my hands the rest of my life and just have to explain to everybody else what the alternative was. How about you?
Yeah, I'd probably eat with my hands.
I mean, I just can't get over that fear factor aspect of it. That's a nope from me.
Finger food forever, as opposed to finger food for one meal.
If you would like to vote in the very weird and a little bit disturbing question of the day, you can click the I in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Caleb, you're gross. I think you might have lost your privileges to come back on this channel and ask a question.
Man. Say it ain't so.
It is so. Maybe.
Well, we'll see how long this ban lasts.
Well, I certainly hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. It was lots of fun to recreate something I had already done. For reference, here are the two pictures that I took. They look so similar. But of course, this new one is better because it has actual coffee in it. I hope you have an absolutely marvelous rest of your day. Do something fun for yourself today, like brewing up a nice hot pot of coffee and enjoying it in the warmth and comfort of your bedroom while watching the best Netflix show, or going out on a crisp walk with friends in the autumn evening. Either way, do something that makes you happy, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Meow.